We understand some people may be tempted to skip their eye appointments and macular injections as they are concerned about coronavirus. But here at Galloway's, we are urging you to still attend your booked sessions because not doing so could seriously impact on your eyes. New social distancing measures have been put in place to ensure everyone's safety. Appointments are spread out across the week, so waiting rooms are not busy. Many patients are in and out relatively quickly, as hospitals do not want people sitting around. Rooms and equipment are cleaned in between appointments. Alan Woodward is just one patient who took notice of expert advice and attended Westmoreland General Hospital for one of his regular macular injections. Do you want to tell us about your experiences at Westmoreland Hospital?
Yes, well, I experienced 3 months in shutdown, and I got the letter from the hospital to inform me that I had an appointment, and I was a bit, obviously, apprehensive and concerned at the height of the pandemic, and I then decided, yes, I was going to go, and I really needed the treatment, and there was no point cancelling it and making matters worse. So the main problem was the transport. My daughter was working, and I wasn't allowed to get in the car. And Galloway's, I ran Galloway's, and in actual fact, they offered to take me, which really was a great relief. They arranged with this minibus, which arrived at my house. They took me up to the Westmoreland General. They provided me with a mask, with gloves. I sat in the back of the bus. The driver was in the front of the bus. There must have been about 10 metres between us. And I really felt quite relaxed as the day went on. On arrival at the hospital, I was met by the nurse who took the temperature. She had gloves, masks, and she showed me into the various departments for the various tests that your listeners will probably know. By this time, I was getting more relieved, more confident in myself that I was now going to be taken pretty well care of. The nurses and the staff in general were absolutely marvellous at Westmoreland. They sanitised their hands, and they washed their hands, wiped the seats, and made everything more comfortable for me. I went through all the procedures of what you do for the eye injection, and then was released, if that's the word, and then I went down to the main entrance where the driver was waiting for me. There was no delay. He took me home and arrived here back at Bolton Sands, and the whole procedure took me, with travelling, less than 3 hours. So I was very grateful, and I must say that I'm due again next Thursday, and I've already organised transport with the hospital transport this time, and I have no concerns whatsoever about going to have my treatment again.
Excellent. Sounds quite a seamless procedure, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it went so smoothly, and there was nothing at all to worry about. I was rather surprised because I'd been cooped up for 3 months, and I was delighted to get out, even though I was going to hospital. So the run up to Kendal was really a treat for me.
I bet it was. And when you were there, how safe did you feel?
Oh, I felt very safe indeed. There was not very many people about, I must say, but they took care of me from me walking into the hospital to coming out.
Brilliant.
It never really occurred to me, the safety, because everything seemed to be so very well organised and clean and spotless.
Excellent. And what would you say to people who are a bit nervous about attending hospitals, eye clinics, eye appointments because they're worried about the pandemic virus?
Well, I must admit that I was worried, and I took the bull by the horns, and the the end of the day, you've absolutely nothing to worry about. It's a straightforward procedure. It's taken so very well care of, and I would have no worries to ask or tell anybody or ask anybody to go, and not to worry at all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Helen. Much appreciated.
Okay, thank you.